Okay. So hi everyone. We're going to get started today with our 7th chakra practice. We're starting sitting on your block if you can. You can also opt to sit in your chair if that's more comfortable for you. I have a block that I'm going to be sitting on. I'm going to place the block in between my ankles and find your sits bones. So in today's class, it's our 7th chakra class. So the color is violet. It can also be white. So this is what I have for my violet color so that you guys can be a little bit more visual and see the color and be reminded of the color. But I also, if you didn't notice, I have some more like rainbow colored pants on because our chakra practice now this is the last one of our chakra practice. And we had all the colors, right? We had red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So we're going to be incorporating some of the other chakras in here to kind of like get everything in line. And as a reminder, chakras are just these energy points that are along our body, right? They're along our spine, and they're just these energy points. And sometimes they get blocked, and we need to like open and release them. So why don't we come to a comfortable seated pose. And as always, we have some affirmations to start our class and a hand mudra that is associated with this particular chakra. So we used this hand chakra before, or this mudra before. And what it is your lotus hands. So if you remember, there's actually two. So you can either have your hands like in this lotus flower hands. The other one it's one that's harder for me to do too with my hands. You clasp all your fingers. You can one or the other. You clasp them all, and then you let your pointer finger and your thumb touch. So I can't seem to get my ring fingers down, but maybe you can. So you clasp, and then thumbs touch, and pinky's fingers touch, or your lotus fingers. So either one. Okay, so find a comfortable seat on your chair or on your block. Placing your hands on your thighs, just close your eyes. Massage your legs, massage your knees. I'm a bit of a fidgeter, so I always like to move a little bit before I find stillness. So move your shoulders, move your head and neck, move however you need so that you can be still. Get it all out. Take a deep breath in, close your eyes, exhale it out. Deep breath in through the nose, lengthen the spine. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Let your sits bones just come in contact with whatever you're sitting on. And then find your hand mudra, right? You're either doing your lotus fingers or you're clasping the fingers and letting your pointer finger and thumb touch, up to you. Whatever you do, bring your hands to your heart, your choice. So for our class today, we're doing the 7th chakra, our crown chakra, and the color is violet. The color can also be white, but today we're choosing violet. So let your color in your mind be violet, a nice bright violet color. Take a deep breath in, exhale it out. Our affirmations are just some sayings that we have or some thoughts that I'm going to read to you that you can carry along with you in your practice. Maybe you just have one that resonates with you. And as we move up our chakras and get towards the higher chakras, our crown chakra, the top of our head chakra, those are more air. They're more, like air signs or air versus the ones that are lower, which are grounding and earth. Fire in the center, air and ether more on top. So our first affirmation, I honor myself. I am open to new ideas. The world is my teacher. I am worthy of love. I am open to letting go of my attachments. I live in the present moment. I am connected to the wisdom of the universe. So maybe one or all of these resonate with you. Just take a moment and focus Focus on one at least that resonates with you. Take a deep breath here, inhale. Sigh it out, exhale. Keeping your eyes closed here. And the crown chakra is directly connected with how much beauty you can see in the world around you. How much do you see out there? Eyes opened, eyes closed. What do you feel when you're in the world? And a blocked crown chakra can manifest through feelings of stress or being overwhelmed. You can feel exhausted, headaches, or sleeplessness. So this kind of a practice helps allow that chakra to open, to flow, to circle, to be free. And slowly let your fingers touch and hands come into your prayer. Reach your arms up overhead, big breath in. As you exhale, open your arms out, releasing, letting go, and letting your hands release. Crack open your eyes. And we're going to locate our crown chakra. So most people feel that it's here in the forehead. But what a better way to identify your crown chakra is to take your right hand and place the heel, this heel part, the lower part of your right hand, right on your third eye. And then with that hand, spread your fingers wide and long, and then cup your head with your hand. Now where your middle finger lands is the crown of your head. So for me, my middle finger lands here, and the crown on my head is right here. So remember, it's not your hairline, it's where this middle finger lands on the top of your head, okay? So once you've found your crown chakra, you can release the hand from your chakra. Just let the hands come onto the thighs. Notice where your finger was. Just notice. Bring your hands back to your heart center. We're going to clasp your fingers here and press your palms forward. As you press the palms forward, tuck your chin and round. Widen your back body, like we're in our cat and cows, right? So pressing away like you're in cat pose. And then take the arms up, lift the chest, and then bend your elbows with your fingers clasped and place the back of your fingers or the back of your palm on the crown of your head. So just be mindful not to arch your back too much. Let your elbows draw back, let your heart open. As you exhale, release the hands to the mat, grounding. Bring your hands back to heart center, clasp your fingers the awkward way. Press the palms forward, tuck the chin round. Find your cat pose here. As you inhale, let the arms lift up, feeling more like cow. Reach your arms to the sky. Bend your elbows, let the backs of the fingers or the backs of the palms touch the head. Lengthen your spine, so let the arch come out of your back. Press the elbows open, open your heart. Slowly release the fingers to the earth. With your right hand on the mat, ground the right fingers. Left arm up and over for a side bend to the right. Look under your right armpit. Ground down on your left sits bone. As you inhale, we'll come back to center. Left hand to the mat. Right arm up and over. And if you're seated in your chair, you can just hold on to the edges of your chair. And then slowly come back to center. We're going to come to all fours. So you're going to sit up off of your block. Now, if you're on your chair, you can also do your cat and cows here with your hands on the chair. Just make sure that your chair is firmly planted on the block, onto the floor. So up to you. If you're on all fours and need a blanket under your knees, then take it. Place the blanket under your knees. Let your wrists be under your shoulders, your knees under the hips. Just move your hips from side to side. And then once you've moved a little, find center, and then cat and cow. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, press, lift, and round. And close your eyes here. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, press, lift, and round. The color is violet. Inhale, drop your belly. Just take away your eyesight right now. Close the eyes. Just allow your third eye, your third chakra, maybe to become active here. So we're going to be moving through some of the other chakras as well, just to align everything. And then start to find a neutral spine. And we're going to lift your left knee off of the mat. And then circle your left hip. So then just circle it one direction. And when you're ready, circle the opposite way. And sometimes it helps to press into the top of the right foot and to grip the mat with your hands to find a little bit more balance. Release your left leg, hover your right knee, and then circle the right knee. Opening and closing, lubricating your hip. You can be doing this standing or seated. You can be doing this with the hands on the chair. Go in the opposite direction when you can. And release the knee to the mat. Come back to your tabletop position. Now lift the left knee off of the mat. And we're going to draw the left knee in to the nose. So round here, just like your cat pose. And then lengthen the spine. You can just let the leg come to neutral, or you can let the heel come to the sky. As you exhale, left knee towards the nose, maybe even towards the third eye. And then exhale, let's lift the heel. Take a breath. Exhale, knee in towards the nose, round, press away from the earth. Send the left heel to the sky. Release the left leg to the mat. Right knee hovers. Take the right knee in towards the nose, maybe even tuck the chin and reach towards the third eye. Then maybe flex the right foot, press the right heel to the sky. Bring it in, round as you exhale. Inhale as you lift the leg. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lift. Find your all fours. Now here, if you can, take your chin to the chest. And as you take the chin to the chest, notice the crown of the head draws towards the floor, right? So the crown of the head reaches toward the floor. Maybe even here you can bend the elbows so that the crown of the head touches the mat. Remember where the crown of the head is. It's not the hairline, it's not the forehead. It's the crown, the top of your head. From here, press into the hands. Come on back up. We'll do that 2 more times. Tuck your chin, bend the elbows. Maybe you just come close to the mat. And then press it back up. You should even feel a little engagement in your tricep muscles. Bending the elbows, tuck your chin, crown of the head towards the mat. And then press it back up. 1 cat and cow here just to reset. Take a child's pose. Big toes touch, knees are wide, arms reach long. Third eye towards the mat. You can flip your palms up here if you want, or open, close your fists and rotate your wrists. And then from here, we're going to come onto your belly, all the way down onto your stomach. So if you're on your chair, if you can make your way to the ground, you're going to take your hands just out in front and let your palms come one on top of the other. Resting your forehead, your third eye onto the block, coming into a pose called crocodile pose. Okay, so this is where the elbows are kind of out to the sides and your palms are stacked one on the other, and your third eye rests on the back of one of your palms. Now from here, start to press into the tops of the feet and let your knees lift off the mat. Let your hips stay heavy. Breathe here, engaging your legs. Couple breaths. Slowly start to release the legs, bend into your knees. You can walk your legs a little bit longer. Make sure the thighs are on the mat, the hips are on the mat, and just let your legs windshield wipe from side to side. So just wiper your legs from side to side. Just gentle. And then from here, you're going to allow the legs to come long. Lift your right leg off of the mat and then walk it a little longer. Lift the left leg, walk your legs a little longer. Feel long in the legs. Press into the tops of your feet. And then slowly walk your hands now towards the sides of the mat, coming into a cobra pose. Walk your hands down. Grip the mat with your hands. As you inhale, lift up, tuck the chin just slightly. Reaching through the crown of the head, allow your chest to pull forward and the legs to reach back. So grip the mat with your hands, pull your chest through like you're trying to slide forward, but let the legs reach long behind you. Cobra pose. As you exhale, forehead comes to the ground. Take a breath here, inhale. Exhale, press back into a child's pose. And as you're coming into your child's pose, just know where your strap is. We're gonna grab onto your strap, sit onto the heels, and let your legs come out in front, and we'll make our way to our back. So we're gonna get a little bit into the legs. So lower your way down slowly onto your back. We're gonna take the right knee into the chest, find your strap. We're gonna loop the strap around the ball of your right foot. Now take a strap in each hand. We're going to slide the hands down the strap and let your triceps come to the mat. You can straighten your right leg any amount, allowing your left leg to ground on the mat. Left foot is active, left toes are flexed. Right foot is flexed as well. So draw your right leg towards your face or towards the back of your mat. And once you get a little bit more engagement in the back of your hamstring, just hold it there, pause, feel the opening in the back of your leg. And then take both of your straps into your right hand. Take your left arm out to the side like a T. And then allowing your right leg to continue to guide towards your face. Open the right leg out to the side. Take your gaze to the left. And notice if your left hip lifts, lower that left hip back down onto the mat. So you may not open the leg as much as you think you can. You have to ground down with the left hip. Keep opening the leg as best you can, maybe even turning the right toes down. Let the heel come towards the sky. Keep drawing the leg towards the back of the mat. And then breath in, bring it back to center. Switching hands, left hand grabs the strap. Draw the foot towards your face, right arm out to the side, and cross the right leg over the body, rolling onto the left side just a little bit. Take a gaze to the right. Keep drawing the right leg towards the back of the mat in your twist. Come back to center, breath in. Releasing the foot, let your right foot float to the ground. And just pause for a moment. Notice that leg. Compare it to the other side. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the left knee into the chest. Take the strap and lasso the foot. Extend your left leg to the sky, one strap in each hand. Let your hands slide down the strap. Let your triceps come tight to the body. Feel the backs of your arms touch the mat. And then again, draw the left leg this time a little closer towards your face, towards the back of the mat. Maybe you're pulsing it first to just feel, and then pause and allow your leg to start to soften and open. Breathe into the back of your left leg. Your right leg is grounded, right toes to the sky. Taking both straps now into the left arm. Your right arm is out to the side. Slowly continuing to guide the left foot towards your face. Allow the left leg to open to the left now. Right leg grounds. If you feel the hip lift, still anchor that right leg to the mat. Take your gaze to the right and breathe. If you want to turn your left toes down and let the heel come a little bit more up, you can. And with a breath in, bring the leg back to center. Switching hands, right hand grabs the strap, left arm out. Shifting a little onto your right hip, let the left leg float to the right side. Now here, making sure that the left side of your body is long. So my left hip starts to push away. My left foot draws towards the back of the mat. I'm softening and feeling this into my left outer thigh. Breathing. Slowly coming back to center. Undoing the foot. Placing the strap just to the side. Let your left leg float down. Now pause here, find a Shavasana pose just briefly. So keep your feet active, but just notice the legs. Notice a little bit more open, feeling maybe even on either side of the body. Take a deep breath in and just sigh it out. Just relax and release. And very slowly start to bend the knees, placing the feet onto the floor. Guiding your knees in towards your chest and making your way up to a seated pose. So either rolling to one side or rocking and rolling, however you do to come up, come up. Taking your legs out in front, we're going to come into what's called Jani Sirsasana, which is actually seated tree pose. So right knee bends, and then we're going to open the right knee out to the side. So place the right foot to the left inner thigh. And your right knee is going to anchor down, right? So maybe even you guide it down. Left toes to the sky, bring the arms up, breath in. Turn the torso to the left, hinge forward, fold over the left leg. Now release your fingerprints to either side of your left leg. If you want a little bit more, your right hand can find the outer left leg, thigh, the outer foot of the left foot if you want. And thinking of an action and reaction here, my right hand pulls, my left foot or leg pushes back into the hand. Turn your torso a little more to the left and pull your way forward. Let your heart come towards the foot, not the nose to the shin. So think heart forward, sits bones reach back. Slowly come to rise, bring the right knee in. We're going to cross your right foot over the left leg. Now my right big toe has to plant down. Your sits bones are on the mat. Your right hand comes behind to help lift the chest. Now, take a round in the spine first to hug the left arm around the right leg. Lift the chest, lengthen, hug the leg in, press the leg away, and twist and look over the right shoulder. So here, the action and reaction is the hug of the arm, the push of the leg, and the twist from the upper torso. Gently unwind back to center, uncross your legs, left knee in this time, left knee open. So sole of the left foot now to the right inner thigh, right toes to the sky, my left leg anchors. So I'm pushing down with my hand and my leg is pushing down as well. Both arms reach up. Inhale, torso turns to the right. Fold gently over the right leg. Release your fingers to either side of your right leg. Now, your left hand can find the right outer part of your right leg or foot. So if you're reaching for the outer foot, you're lengthening, you're folding, you're pulling with the hand, you're pressing with the leg or the foot into the hand. Rounding the left sits bones, lengthen the left side of your body. Fold. Now gently rise up, left knee to the midline, cross your left foot over the right. My left big toe grounds down, right toe stay up. Left hand behind you to have the length in your spine. Now round here just a moment so that you can hug the right arm around the left leg. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, find your twist. Now my right arm hugs, my left leg presses into the arm. Pull your belly button in, twist, look over the left shoulder. Keep your right foot active. Now as you inhale, we're unwinding, taking both legs out in front, both arms up, fold in. Start to rise up. And we're going to cross the legs, roll over your shins, and we're going to make your way to downward facing dog. So here in your downward dog, start to pedal out your feet. Looking down towards the mat, tuck your chin. Now take your gaze to your thighs. Now lift both heels off the mat, come to the balls of your feet. Bend your knees deeply, let the chest come towards your thighs. Let your tailbone tip up. Straighten your legs any amount. Lower your heels, let your heels turn out a little bit if you can see them. Pull your belly button in, so you're lifting in the belly button in the chest. You're starting to melt into the mat with the hands gripping on tightly. Roll your body forward, find a plank pose, strong plank, breath in. As you exhale, coming back, downward dog. Walk your way forward, your way, bending the knees, walking your way. Find the front of your mat. Take the hands to your shins and lengthen your spine, lift up. So here our torso is in like what would be cobra pose. As you exhale, fold. Ground down on your feet, bend the knees, hands to your hips. Slowly start to lift up. Reach your arms, breath in, hands to heart center, mountain pose. Okay, let's take your arms up, breath in, reach. As you exhale, flip the palms and press down. Let the palms flip up, reach up. As you exhale, palms flip, press down. Inhale, flip the palms, reach up. Exhale, press down. So actively feel the arms engage. Now as you inhale, palms up, bend your elbows, grab opposite elbows, and see if you can feel your forearms or one forearm on the crown of your head. Walk your fingers a little bit closer to the elbows. Maybe you separate your feet a little bit for more stability. Take a breath in, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, side bend to the right. Now try not to look down. Try to look under the left armpit if you can. You can stick your left hip out a little. Come back to center. Other side. Let's switch. Switching over to the left. Look under the right armpit. Your right hip can stick out a little bit. Let's come back to center. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Flip the palms, pressing down. Fold your way to the mat. As you inhale, bring your hands to the shins. Find your length. As you exhale, let's take it back into a plank pose. So step it back. Lowering slowly, either by dropping the knees or one tight body coming to the mat. Find a cobra pose. Walk your hands down the lower rib cage. Grip the mat with your hands. Inhale, lift. Draw the chin slightly into the chest. Hug the elbows in. Feel your triceps turn on. Forehead comes to the ground. Take it into a child's pose. Downward dog when you're ready. Take a deep breath here. Exhale it out. Let it go. Side out. Shake your head yes and no. Open the throat chakra, then tuck the chin. When you're ready, walk the hands to the back of the mat. So my hands walk back towards my feet. I'm going to open my toes out, bend the knees, let your fingers hang, let your head go. Slowly start to allow your feet to come together. Let your big toes touch. Bend into the knees deeply, squeeze the legs together. We're coming into chair pose. So first take the arms back behind you like wings. And then sweep the arms forward, and as you do, lift the chest. So maybe your arms only come out forward. That's fine. Your arms can also lift up if you want. Let your pinky fingers turn in. So arms either out in front, maybe that's enough, or arms can come up to you. Take a breath in and out. Rooting down on the feet. Let's stand tall, prayer overhead. Gentle back bend, let the hips come forward, let the heart lift to the sky. And then bring your hands to the heart. lotus flower with the hands. So pinkies touch, thumbs touch, fingers open. Take a breath here, inhale and exhale. Send the arms out in front. As you inhale, open the arms wide, lift the heart, open the heart chakra. As you exhale, close and round. Inhale, lift and open. Maybe you lift the chin, throat chakra too. Exhale, close and round. Inhale, one more. Exhale, close. Hands to the heart. Thumbs to your third eye. Take a breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Sweep the arms down and up. And grab opposite elbows the awkward way. So here we're grabbing opposite elbows the awkward way. If you can, I find myself hard to figure out which way feels awkward to me with this, but I think I got it. You can separate your feet about hip distance, and we're going to side bend again. So take a breath in. As you exhale, side bend. And then come back to center as you inhale. And as you exhale, side bend to the other side. Now, as you come back to center, we're going to add on a little bit. Now, if it feels okay for you to go down, we're going to circle our way down. So we're going to take a side bend to the left. So take a breath in. Exhale, side bend. Either stay here or slowly allow the body to circle its way down to a fold. And then around the other side, root down through the feet to rise up. Nice and slow, okay? Now side bend to the right. Either stay here or circle the body down and all the way back up. And pause. Sometimes it's hard to go down and up and down and up. One more time though, side bend left, maybe circle. Come on up. And then side bend right. Circle if you want, or stay in the side bend. Bring it up to the top. Find your mountain pose. Release your arms. Just pause here for a moment. Take a breath in and exhale it out. Reach your arms. Inhale and exhale, dive to the mat. Walk your hands back forward. Find your plank pose and then drop your knees. So we're going to be stepping forward from downward facing dog. So if you find that difficult to step your foot forward, because oftentimes we're stepping back, if you find it difficult to step your foot forward, I'll practice here with my hands on these blocks, right? And make the blocks be about hip distance apart or shoulder width apart so you have room to step your foot through. So once you have your blocks on the mat, and mine are on my lowest level, they're nice and flat and firm on the mat. Place your hands on the mat and come back to downward dog. Now you can always come back to this too if you find that downward dog is being challenging for you. Take a deep breath here, inhale, and exhale it out. One more time, inhale, and exhale it out. Now let your feet come to touch. And take your right leg up to the sky. Keep the right toes turned down. Keep grounding down through the left heel. Now from here, can you bend your knee and open the hip? So look under your left armpit, finding that foot there. Find your right foot just over the top. And then come back to center. Now take your right knee to the nose and step the right foot between your blocks. Now, once you've gotten into your lunge, just pause for a second. Make sure the right ankle and knee are in line. Pausing here, take a breath. And then as you exhale, we're going to lower the left knee to the mat. So if you need a blanket, take a blanket to the knee. Climb your way to the top of your right thigh. Now clasp your hands here, pressing your hands into the thigh, lift the chest, sinking your hips. You get more balance by pushing into the top of your left foot and rooting down through the right heel. Now you want to make sure that your right heel draws back to pull your left hip forward, and the outer thighs or the outer legs are drawing inward. So it's very active in your legs. Take your arms up overhead, breath in. As you exhale, hands come to the heart. Clasp your fingers here, press the palms forward just like you did earlier, round, lift it up overhead, bend your elbows and bring the backs of your hands, your fingers to the crown of your head. Slowly start to release the hands, taking them down to the blocks. Curl your back toe, lift your back knee off of the mat. Now maybe here you take the blocks up to a higher level or the highest level. From here, I want you to lengthen the crown of your head forward. Keep bending into the right knee. Take a breath. Exhale it out. Place the blocks on the lowest level and come back to a downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. Let your big toes touch in your downward dog and take your left leg up. Breath in. Bend your knee. Maybe you're opening the hip. Square off your shoulders. Look under your right armpit to find the foot. Root down through the right heel. As you inhale, come back to center with your left leg. As you exhale, left knee to the nose, round to make space for the leg and step the left foot forward. From here, we're going to find your lunge. Make sure that the ankle on the left knee, the left ankle and knee are in line, and then lower the right knee to your blanket, to the mat. Climb your way to the top of the left thigh, clasping your hands the awkward way. Press into the top of the left thigh. Lift the chest. Notice if your left hip has been trying to make its way out. Hug the left hip in. Squeezing the legs towards one another. Root down through the left heel. Draw the left heel back to pull the right hip forward. And press into the top of your right foot. Strong legs, strong ground, strong foundation. Arms reach, breath in. As you exhale, hands come to the heart. Clasp your fingers the awkward way. Press the arms forward. Lift it to the sky. Bend your elbows out to the side. Bring the backs of your hands to the crown of your head. Open your heart. Slowly winding the hands, release to the blocks. Lifting your back knee off of the mat. We're going to come to maybe the highest level of your blocks. Let your heart come forward. Hug the left hip in and reach through the crown of the head. So it's one line from the crown of the head through the spine to the back of the right leg. Take a breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, place the blocks on the lowest level. Step back to downward facing dog. Take a breath and let it go. Now let's take your right leg high. And we're going to skip the opening your hip. We're just going to step the right foot forward this time. Placing it between the blocks. And then bringing the blocks up to the highest level, find your lunge. Take a breath. As you exhale, we're going to pivot and plant your left foot and straighten the right leg. So you might want to scoot your left foot in, straighten your front leg, draw the right hip back, root down through the right big toe, and fold over the right leg. So kind of like we did when we were seated, folding over. Now lift and find your length, and we're going to walk the blocks just a little out in front. You're going to step into a supported warrior 3. Breath in. As you exhale, if you can, fold and let the left leg come to the sky. Let the crown of the head draw towards the mat. Try not to open your hips. You can stay in your supported warrior 3 and let the crown of your head come towards the mat. Looking good, everybody. Start to lift the chin. Step it all the way back to lunge. Move your blocks with you. Placing the blocks onto the mat. Let's step back to downward dog. Breath in and out. Lift your left leg up high. Breath in. As you exhale, let's take the left foot between the blocks. Step it forward. Now lifting the blocks up to the highest level, find your lunge. Crown of the head reaches. Now walk the blocks just a little bit forward. Step into your front foot for a supported warrior 3. You can also use your chair here too if you want. Now take a breath in. As you exhale, can you fold? Bring the right leg a little bit lifted and tuck the chin so that the crown of the head draws towards the mat. Slowly start to lift your chin. Find your supported 3. Step it back. Lower the blocks. Come to your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to drop the knees and take those blocks off to the sides. Make your way onto your belly again, onto your stomach. Untuck your toes. Let the arms come into your crocodile pose again, where you're cupping one hand on top of the other and your third eye is on the backs of the palms. Here, just lift your right leg. Hold it there for a moment. Walk it a little longer. Engage your glute muscles. And then lower the right leg to the mat. Lifting the left leg, reaching and lengthening it long. Lower it down. Press into the tops of the feet. Lift your knees off of the mat. Breathing. Releasing. Letting that go. Allow your arms to come down the sides of the body, long. As you inhale, start to lift your chest this time. Reach the arms long behind you for a locust pose. Press into the tops of the feet. Maybe here you clasp your hands. Lift the chest. You can still just reach the fingers long behind you. Heart comes forward. Slowly lower down. Bring your right cheek to the mat. Bend the knees. Windshield wipe your legs. Side to side, side to side. And then allow your legs to come long again. Tops of the feet to the mat. Lift the chest as you inhale. Reach the arms. If you want to clasp your hands, you can. Open the heart chakra. Lengthen long through the crown of the head. Lowering your arms, release the hands. Bend your knees and let the legs windshield wipe again from side to side. Release your legs. Place the hands on the mat, gently pressing back into a child's pose. Big toes touch, knees are wide. Settle into your child's pose, third eye to the mat, grounding your hips, feeling that first chakra, our sacral chakra, root chakra grounding, and then come to a downward facing dog. Find your breath here, inhale, and then let it go. Just exhale it out. And then just slowly start to make your way towards the front of your mat. And when you get there, hands onto the shins or your block or your chair, up to you. Lengthen, fold in. Bend the knees, root down through the feet, rise up, take the arms, lift up. Come to your mountain pose with lotus flower hands. Close your eyes. Take a breath in. Notice, maybe feeling more that you're noticing sounds in your room, smells. Eyes are closed. Breath in. And let it go. Let's take the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Float down. Now here, let's step it back with your left foot. So step back. Find your lunge again and prepare for a high lunge. So my ankle and knee on the right foot are in line. I'm going to root down through the feet. You can bring your hand to the right thigh. Lift your chest and then take the arms up to the sky for crescent lunge. Keep drawing your right hip back, left hip forward, strong legs, strong foundation, root down through the big toe of the right foot. Stay high on the ball of your back foot. Now start to bring your hands to heart center, and we're going to switch to warrior two. So pivot and plant your left foot. Maybe you're walking your feet longer. Bend your right knee and drop your right thigh. So my torso is facing the left side of my mat. My right knee is opening just a little bit, and I'm turning my gaze to the right over my shoulder, hands still at the heart. Now take your gaze back to the heart center. Clasp your fingers, flip the palms, press it forward, reach the arms up. Take the backs of the palms to the head, to the crown of your head, and then release the arms and find your warrior two. Reaching long through the fingers, bend your right knee a lot. Try and keep that right knee open. Take a breath in and out. Straighten your right leg and parallel your feet for standing straddle or prasarita pose. Now here we're going to fold forward, and I want to see if you can grab a block and see if you can, maybe 2 blocks. See if you can feel the crown of your head touch one of the blocks, or 2. So if you have a block handy, you can stack 1 or 2 on top of the other. Whatever your flexibility is, we're going to fold down and tuck your chin and get the crown of your head to touch. All right, so hands on the hips, draw the elbows back, lift your heart, and then hinge forward. Now tuck your chin and try and make some kind of contact with a block on the crown of your head. So whatever your flexibility level is, let your toes be in, let your heels press out, let the weight shift to the balls of your feet. And for me, maybe I'm gazing here at my hips or my thighs. So my chin is tucked and the crown of my head touches something, the block, 2 blocks, the floor, whatever you can touch. You may need to widen your stance to do so. Feel this inversion just for a moment. And then press the palms into the mat, lift the head, lengthen, fold just slightly. Bring your hands to the hips, rooting down through the feet, slow to come up. Turn your right toes out. Triangle pose, arms to the side. Hinge at the hips, reach the arm forward. Hips draw back, tip over for a triangle. So my hand is coming to my right shin. I'm stacking my shoulders. Beautiful. Come back to warrior two and make your way to the mat. Finding your way to the front of the mat, step the feet forward, fold in. Lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, step back with the right foot. Now, find your feet first. Maybe you climb your way to the top of the left thigh. We're going to reach the arms when you're ready for crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, lower the right heel to the mat. Find your warrior two, hands to heart center. Take your gaze over the left shoulder, and then bring your gaze back to your prayer. Clasp your fingers the awkward way, press forward, lift up. Bend your elbows, back of the fingers or palms to the crown of your head. Release the hands, warrior two, arms. Breath here, inhale. As you exhale, straightening the left leg, parallel your feet. Hands to the hips, elbows draw back, hinge forward. Reaching for your block. Whatever level you're at, try and make a connection with something and the crown of your head. Really nice, everybody. Looking really good. Weight shifts to the balls of your feet. Be gentle on the crown of your head. You're just letting it touch gently, just to make a connection with it. Now when you're ready, press into the fingerprints. Just lift up and lengthen. Exhale, gentle fold. Let's bring the hands on the hips, rise up, push in through the feet to lift up. Turn your left toes out, and we'll take the arms parallel. Hinge at your hips, tip over, triangle. Left hand can come to the left shin. Stack your shoulders, hug the left hip in and under. Root down to come up, find your warrior two. Cartwheel your arms down. Stepping forward, let your feet meet, fold. And just rise up, reach your arms, and mountain pose. So our last pose for today is our tree pose. And it's a way that we can root down through the feet and rise up through all of the chakras, and the crown of the head will reach. Okay, so our left leg grounds, and then we're gonna bring come to the ball of your right foot. Now, if it's helpful to have a chair or a wall handy or something that you can hold on to, then do so. So I'm up on the ball of my right foot, and I'm gonna let my right knee open out to the side, kind of like how we did with the straps, right? Now you can make a connection with your right ankle or your right heel and your left ankle. Hands come to the heart, maybe a lotus flower. If you want more, you could take it to the shin or to the calf. Find your balance. You can bring it all the way up if you want to the inner thigh like we did seated. Really nice. Reaching through the crown of the head and grounding down through the left leg. Slowly let the right knee to center and release. Now ground down, root down through the right leg, turning the left knee open, make a connection with the left heel and the right ankle. You can have lotus flower hands. You can stay here for your tree. You can also allow the foot to come to the shin, not the knee, but the shin. If you want to go higher, you can assist, bringing it higher, anywhere but the knee. Now, rooting down through the right foot, feel length and long through the spine, grounding down and reaching up through the crown of the head, softening the shoulders away from your ears. Beautiful. Come back to center, release. Just shake that out, let it go. All right, we're coming down now. So make your way down to the ground. And we're gonna come to a cross-legged seated pose. Let your hands come to the thighs. We're gonna take a twist here, left hand to the right knee. Just twist gently, look over the right shoulder. Come back to center, switch the cross of your legs and twist to the other side. Right hand to the left knee and take your twist. Now we'll come back to center. And moving blocks, there's things that you might have off to the sides. We're gonna open the legs into a straddle. So your straddle could be as wide as your mat, or your straddle could be a little bit wider. Take your hands behind you, press into the fingers and shift the hips forward. Walk your way forward. Maybe you're finding a block and this time taking your third eye to the block. Just fold in a little bit, let the toes come towards the sky, ground down through the heels. Couple of breaths. And slowly we'll make our way up. Place the block to the sides, take your hands under the knees, lift the knees, bring it back to center. And let's make our way to our backs. Rolling down or coming down your way. One bridge pose today. We're walking the heels in close to your seat. Feet are parallel. If you happen to have one of your blocks nearby, you can place it between the thighs. We're gonna either imagine that block there or find your block, squeeze the block. As you inhale, lift the hips. Make sure your feet are parallel. Your feet are hip distance. Your toes are not turning out. They're nice and straight. And then lower down. If you have the block, take it out from underneath you. Take your left leg long. Let's take the right knee into the chest And then bring your left arm up overhead. Right arm hugs the right leg, left arm over the head. And the right foot lands, left knee in, right leg long. Use your left arm to hug the left knee in. Take your right arm up and over if you can. You can always cactus the arm if that feels better for you. Bring your right arm down, bring the right knee in. Just taking one twist here, let the knees fall to the right, take your gaze to the left. Inhaling through center. Exhale, let the knees fall to the left, gaze to your right. Finding your way to center, releasing the feet to the ground, extending the legs long. Bring the arms down the sides of your body for your Shavasana pose. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale it out, release, let it all go. Find this pose, this stillness, releasing and letting go of the body. Feeling the alignment of your chakras as your spine is on the mat, feeling everything in line. Take another deep breath in, sigh it out and melt into your mat. Now as you feel your body relax, just begin to picture a beautiful flower bud, and it's starting on the top of your head. Just breathe slowly, and with each breath, just begin to see this flower, this lotus flower, just a little clearer. And it is a baby flower. Breathe. It's a lotus flower, but it's closed. It's still very tight. It's very closed. Continue breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And as your breath grows deeper and steadier, you notice the lotus flower on the crown of your head begin to bloom just a little. It opens with each breath. See the petals expanding and the lotus flower begin to shine. As you breathe a breath, as you breathe, a dim violet light begins to shine through the lotus. See that with each breath, the violet light becomes a little brighter and a little bit more. That light becomes a little bit more until the whole room becomes bathed in a violet light and the crown of your head can barely contain it. Take 3 more breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Slowly start to releasing that violet light. Breathing in and breathing out. A little bit more release, a little bit more relaxation. Breathing in and breathing out. Now just let go and see the bright violet light flow through your body and the lotus flowers sit majestically top of your head. Feel at peace. Feel relaxed. Feel aligned. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Rock your head from side to side. With a deep breath in, reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, slowly bending the knees, slide the feet up the mat, draw the knees in towards your chest and roll to one side. Just pause there. Be still in your fetal position, resting and taking one more moment for yourself. Take a breath in As you exhale, press your way up to a comfortable seated pose facing the front of your mat. Take your hands to your thighs, pressing down on the thighs, grounding yourself to the earth. Slide the hands to your kneecaps. As you inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, bend your elbows, hands to heart center, thumbs to your chest. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let's join our voices in the sound of Om. Inhale. Bowing your head to heart with so much gratitude. Thumbs to the third eye. Namaste. Very beautiful crown chakra practice, everyone. Thank you guys for joining. And if you guys want, a copy